Good day. I'm Tolgan, herald to Countess Narina Carvane here in Bruma. She requests your company at your... Countess Carvane would prefer if you speak to her... The Countess, if you...
Good day. I suppose it's a still. Good luck with your field work for Sindarian. You mean the... Be seeing you.
A pleasure to speak. You want to find... All right, I think I can help with that. And whatever you do, you can't tell Jean about... That's the spirit. You help me pull off a little prank, and I'll help you find Jaskar. Really? You're going to love this. I'll teach you a spell to unlock things. What you need to do is get into Jean's desk and bring me her manual of spellcraft, okay? Her room is upstairs. Make sure no one sees you. You do that for me, and I'll make sure you can find Jaskar. Bring me... Just go... Her... Not only has necromancy been banned from practice in the Mages Guild, but the guild won't deal with any... Let me know when you're done with that little task. Have you pulled that little... You've got Jean's book, I see. All right, then. I'll just take that from you. Meet me here in the living quarters, just after... Go away. You'll ruin... Ready to find Jaskar? Just watch.
Hello there. I hear you've been looking for me. Please, don't be mad. We were just having some fun. We just get tired of Jin lording her position over us when she barely knows anything about magic. Every now and then, we like to trick her. We figured it was time to move on to a new prank. This one was getting boring anyway. So, you can tell her you found me. There's not much to do here in the Bruma Guild. If you can get to the Arcane University, though, they let you make your own spells there. Finding ways to confuse her just never gets old. Well, it was fun. Good day.
Any luck finding just... Found him, did you? You'll have to forgive me. I seem to have misplaced something. Yes, well, let's never mind that. You've fulfilled your end of the bargain, though, so I'll fulfill mine. Ramanus will have my recommendation. And don't you forget about me once you've finished your training. I'm sure we can help each other out. Take care. What can I do? Why, you know, Guild... Things in the Guild have been different since Traven was named Archmage. They're more structured, but everyone seems tense. Goodbye.
Well met. Well met.
Hail. What do you... What can I interest you in? A bargain at any price. That seems a fair price. Thank you for your patronage. You too.
I'm Ulfund, the light. Let's see what we've got here. I'm willing to teach, if you're willing to learn. Can I interest you in some of my wares? You got a great deal there. You're a fine negotiator. Come back and see me again. Just like Skyrim. You too. Hi. Well met, milord. I'm sorry.
Good. I've heard much about your deeds from my people in Bruma. I trust the stipend Tolgan gave you whetted your appetite. Good point. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Countess Narina Cavain. I assume you've noticed all the Akaviri relics I'm displaying. Well, it's safe to say I'm a collector of sorts. I've invested a great deal of time and money acquiring these bits of ancient history. In fact, I'd be so bold as to proclaim my collection the most complete in all Cyrodiil, perhaps even beyond. Except for one thing. A particular relic has eluded me for many years. Possessing this piece of Akaviri antiquity would make my collection complete. I'm of course referring to the Draconian Madstone. The stone is a fine bit of Akaviri craftsmanship. Worn like an amulet, this talisman is said to protect the Madstone appears as a snake coiled around. Through my sources, I've learned that the last reported location of the Madstone was the ruins at Pale Pass. I don't trust... Are you familiar with the history of Pale Pass? Back at the end of the First Era, raiders from the continent of Akavir attempted to gain a foothold here in Tamriel. At that time, the Empire was broken into smaller factions. Raymond Cyrodiil decided to unify them and form an army to repel the Akaviri raiders. The force became known as the Army of Raymond. The two armies clashed in what's now northern Cyrodiil. The Akaviri were strong and well supplied. But their greatest error was marching through Morrowind on the way to their objective and dismissing the response it would garner from Vivek. They didn't count on Lord Vivek forming an alliance with the Trident Kings of the Dreg. From Morrowind, he struck at their rear flank. Not only did this make the Akaviri fight on two fronts, it also cut off access to reinforcements and supplies from the sea. Not quite. The army of Raymond knew that the organized Akaviri forces were commanded from a hidden post in the mountains. Rumors placed it in a snowy vale called Pale Pass. That's where Raymond focused his attention. As his forces fought their way across the Gerald Mountains, the Akaviri suddenly surrendered. It was assumed they were overwhelmed and gave up. The only strange part was that the command post and Pale Pass were never found. It was dismissed as a rumor, and the army of Raymond celebrated. It's come to my attention that the post did exist, and it happens to be the last reported location of the Draconian Madstone. If you retrieve the Draconian Madstone for me, I'll be happy to compensate you by rewarding you with another Akaviri artifact. Are you game? I had a feeling you'd accept. Good. Then let me tell you how you're going to find the Madstone. I've come into the possession of a diary, written by an Akaviri messenger. I suspect that the text within can lead you to the ruins. Here's a translation of the passages we could still read. It was quite damaged. I've also included a rough map that was drawn in the diary as well. I'm also providing you with a unique key that was supposedly found with the diary. I'm assuming it'll prove useful when you arrive at the site. I paid several scouts to try and find the ruins at Pale Pass before I hired you. They were only able to locate the first of a series of landmarks. These landmarks are mentioned within the diary. The one referred to as Dragon Claw, the rest be called the Madstone. Some see only the... May the path ahead be free of danger.
It is with a heavy heart and trembling hand that I pen this latest entry. It has been several days since I have seen anyone else on the road. From our garrison at Grey Ridge, the road is lonely and treacherous. I am rationing my supplies to prepare for a tough path ahead. As long as remains Cyrodiil army hasn't located our headquarters at Pale Pass, the journey should be fairly uneventful. I admit I am nervous. It's an honor to be selected to carry these orders to our fort, but sending me alone is a calculated risk, okay. While it's not my own life I am worried about, it's the importance of these contents of the orders that aggrieves me. If they are somehow lost, the fort will not know that their supplies are going to be delayed by a month. Without that knowledge, the fort may choose to press the attacks on the front line. As the supplies dwindle, they are counting on those supplies to be there soon. I must not fail getting this message there. The slate rock that the orders have been carved upon for safety weights me down. It's a consistent reminder of the more than physical burden that I carry. Day 7, it has been 2 days and I finally arrived at Dragon Claw Rock. The huge information is a welcome and invigorating sight. The giant stone appears to reach down from the north and strikes the earth of ruins for us like our armies have been doing for the better part of a year now. I still encounter no one else on this trail. I hope that as I head due west along the narrow path, I will find someone who can give me some news at how our men faring in the war day 8. After winding my way westward, I have come within sight of the sentinel I used at the place there by some unknown artist many years ago. stands watch pointing north as if daring anyone to cross the borders into the new imperial nation. Remus would be quite angry if he knew we used this very statue as a waypoint into his domain. Last night I encountered now one of our messengers who had been beset by a pack of mountain wolves. His leg was hurtedly bad, but I managed to help heal with an ampoule of medicine I carried with me. Said his name was Delay. On his way from Pale Pass to request more supplies, I discussed with him the irony of our meeting and decided to travel me back to the fort. Since his mission will be needless, we plan to leave at nightfall, day 9. I am assuming our remaining strength writing this. My remaining strength writing this. As we had made our way north from Sentinel, we were attacked by Paris, the same pack of wolves that had attacked. They had chosen them of earlier after being bitten, but now that they had tasted blood, they had returned a great number fighting back to slay, and I slew at least 8 of these beasts, but no, 4 of them caught a terrible wound. We were able to drive them off, but now I'm bleeding badly. The only medicine I gave to slay, we have decided to continue north until we reach the portal to the Serpent's Dragon and siege cover inside. Yeah, that's okay. Day 11. This is the last journey I shall be able to ride. We entered the Serpent's Trail nearly a day ago, seeking shelter from the elements and the wolves. What we did not foresee was the creatures that I had decided to make the Serpent's Trail their home. I did not see them clearly, but they were huge and strong. Slide-eyed instantly as one of them cleaved off his head with a single stroke. Whoa! There were 3 of these huge, ugly man-like creatures and ran fast as I dared through the dark tunnels trying to escape. But suddenly one of them hurled a boulder at me and struck me square in the back. Whoa! I managed to crawl through a small opening and escape the lumbering monster, but as soon as I realized the crawling is all I would be able to do, I think the bullet shattered my spine. Alter! I can no longer feel my legs. My wound from the wolf attack has reopened, and I have lost which I fear that this is as far as I shall be able to go. I have failed my mission. I've been unable to get my orders to the fort at Pale Pass. I'm so close, yet I will be leagues away since I can no longer walk. My strength is draining. If a fellow messenger of soldier picks up Cesare, please get the orders to the fort before it's too late. And please tell my wife Vata that Shafar is always loyal. Okay, that sounds cool.
Well met. How can I help you?
How do you do? What do you want? The fight is... Farewell.